Hello, I'm Reverend William Henry, Everlasting Life Foundation Ministry, Another Chance Mentor Project. We have reached day 5, people. Hallelujah. We are here today to talk about mentoring. That's what I've been doing for the past 11 years. We started our program, myself, well, I shouldn't say myself first, Reverend Doris Carter, my brother, Kevin Big Mike Henry, and myself. We started this Another Chance Mentor Project, and it was Doris that named it that, Reverend Doris Carter. And we started with the Department of Corrections, because before that we was just helping people that got out of jail. We didn't know what we was doing, but people would come to us and say, hey, I need some help with this, or I need a job. And so we would find them jobs. We would help them with whatever. We just start calling people and everything. And then we ran into Reverend Trotman and Reverend Wilcox and Reverend Lee at Department of Corrections. And they showed us what mentoring was for the Department of Corrections and how they would help us and assist us in helping others. And it was what we was doing. And later on, I started going to college, and I went to Bergen Community College. I went to Ramapo College, got a BA in social sciences and a minor in substance abuse counseling. And that's where I found out that I was mentoring guys in jail. I didn't even know it. I've been doing this all this time. And before I got out, I was doing it. You know, my Christian newsletter I had did. When I got out, I wasn't with my brothers that I had left behind. So I started a Christian newsletter. And I was sending it to guys in jail. My subscription, it went up to like 200 subscribers. And it was the postage that really caused me to stop doing it, because it just got too expensive for me. And I had a son. Little Daniel was born. And but it was a good time, and it was a good experience. And like I said, I was mentoring before I even realized it. And I just went to college to learn the correct way to do it. That's why I'm a professional mentor. And I ended up with a master's degree in social work. And that's where I learned about genealogy and everything, and how that reflects, how that stays, that's in your DNA markers. You know, and I believe that you heard people talk about markers, and there's check boxes, and there's a 1 or a 0 there, and sometimes things get checked off, like cancer. You know, I'm gonna use the example diabetes. My family died from passed away from complications of diabetes, so I automatically had a diabetes marker checked in my box because I was overweight. Everything was there, but then I started losing weight, and I unchecked that box. Okay, so it can be unboxed. I became a Christian. One box was unchecked. I surrendered to the Lord, and all the boxes was unchecked. Yes. No, all the boxes were checked. Check Christian. Check surrender. Check disciple. Check. So that's how I became a mentor. As I said, Reverend Trotman and them told us the correct way to do it, and we just excelled at it. Because I mean, we had been to prison, so you know, when you've been to prison, can't nobody tell you about why they didn't go to a job interview, or I was busy, or this or that, or I mean they come up with so many excuses. But when you've been to prison and you know, I went there and the line was so long. I said, well, wouldn't they give chicken out in jail? The line's long there, but you don't get out of the line and say, I ain't eating today. This is your food. You need money to live, to eat. You got to look at it the same way. It's chicken. Stay in line. Go for the job interview. Don't get out of line. So, my brothers, okay, let me tell you what a mentor does. A mentor is here to help you succeed in life. That's my job. I'm a professional mentor. My job is to help you succeed in the way that you want to succeed. I'm not going to do anything wrong. I'm not going to tell you anything that I know is wrong. I'm not going to point you in the wrong direction. Now, if you choose to go that way, that's on you. I'm not going to stop you. Because it's not my job to stop you. It's my job to move you forward. If you decide to stop for a minute and take a break and go back to the streets for a little while because you need some money, who am I to tell you no? And guess what? If you go to prison and you get out again, and I'm there to help you again. Okay? So, I'm here to help you succeed in life. I'm not your friend. All right? A mentor is not your friend. I'm not your, what they call it, in substance abuse counselor, your sponsor. I'm not your sponsor. Okay? I'm your mentor. I'm here to help you succeed. I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to tell you the right way to go about something. And guess what? If you say, I don't want to go that way, I say, okay, well, let's try this way. Can we go this way? And you say, no, I don't want to go. I say, well, you give me a suggestion, and I help you get there. Because we got to get there. If you don't want to go the ways I suggest, let's talk about this. Let's work this out. And communications is the key. Like I said, a mentor is not a friend to the mentee. However, if the mentor is good and the mentee is good, they will become friends. I have some great friends now. Great friends. I wouldn't mention them, but that wouldn't be right. Because I don't know whether they want me to mention them. They wouldn't say, no, you shouldn't have did that, but why should I put them on Front Street like that? So I would never do that. But we are great friends now. Me and some of the people that I mentored, and very successful. Looking forward to them being millionaires one day, financially, because they have gotten rid of the luggage that they was carrying. God has blessed me with making me look good doing this, while in reality, He is really working on you, right? Because you're a reflection of me. If I'm mentoring you and you're doing well, you're checking all the boxes, you're doing everything you're supposed to do, you're progressing. You're not at a standstill. You're not thinking about going back into the street. It makes me look good. But it's really you that's progressing. And I thank you. Past days we've talked about mental health issues. We've talked about generational curses. Finding a partner. Right? Everybody needs a partner. God created man to not be alone. God created women so that man would not be alone. And He told him to go out, be fruitful, and multiply. We talked about racism. Let's talk about something real quick. Examining yourself. You know, a mentor is here to help you move forward, as I said. But you the one that have to examine yourself. Because all I know is what you tell me. I know what, sometimes God will speak to me, and then sometimes He won't. You know? So I can't say something until the time has come for me to say it. God works in mysterious ways. And I can't supersede that. I mean, I got people now that are calling me to do things for them that I can't do. And it's not that God hasn't told me to do it, but sometimes God don't tell you to do everything. God wants you to make decisions on your own. People say, oh, I'm waiting for the Lord to tell me to do something. He may not tell you to do that, because that's a decision you got to make. If it's going to glorify Him, you should do it. If you feel you have the strength and the capacity to do it, Because if you don't have the strength and the capacity to do it, he'll give it to you if you're doing the right thing. But, some people, you just got to let them grow. You plant a seed, sit back and see if it grow. If it sprout up a little bit and don't grow no more, try watering it. I know that's the Lord's job, but I just try to water it a little bit, see if it grow a little more. Because sometimes it just won't grow. Because they're stuck in this. What are they stuck in? They're stuck in poverty of the mind. And society has locked them in. They can't get out. It's in their mind. And until they open that mind and their heart up and surrender to the Lord, they're stuck there. I've had mentees that haven't been successful because they just won't stop doing it. They become successful and then they disappear. And that's when I know that they went back to their old life. Because once they stop communicating with me, I know they're doing wrong. They're not checking in no more. I call them, they don't answer the phone. Or they say, oh, I got your call, but I was busy and da-da-da-da-da, and excuses. I'm doing great. I want you to do great. So you're not hurting me by not answering the phone, by going back to using drugs. You need help? Hey man, I went back. I fell down. Some people tell me no, they ain't using drugs no more. Call me back 2 days later and say, hey man, I lied to you. I'm getting high now. I can't, I say, well, do you want help? Yeah man, I want help. I want to stop. So guess what we do? We switch gears. I'm trying to get detox now. I get them in detox counseling. I counsel. That's what life is about, helping people, helping our brothers and sisters. Loving them. That's love. That's love. To help somebody get off of drugs, a dependency. You can't go nowhere without that. They can't go away for a week. I just came back from Jamaica. They can't go away for a week to Jamaica. They can't go away looking for drugs in Washington, D.C. or wherever they go. They asking to get locked up. They asking to get beat up, robbed, whatever. Oh, I know somebody that can help me out. Why? You shouldn't be dependent on nothing but the Lord. Hey, I can recall the last time I was in prison, and I kept getting partnered with helping white guys from one to another. And I go to the Lord one night, and I prayed, and I said, Lord, why you keep giving me these white guys to help? I'm pro-black. Why? Why you keep giving me these white guys? I'm not here for that. I'm here to help. My people need help. And I got this message back, and it said that you aren't pro-black. You are pro whoever needs help. Got that? See, we can't go after helping certain people. We help whoever needs help. Whoever raises their hand and say, I need help. Whoever calls, hey, I need somebody to talk to. Whoever texts you, help me. That's who we help. Me and my brother, he's passed away now. And that was one of our strengths, because some people would gravitate to me, some would gravitate to him. And we never got, how could I say this? It was never, oh, well, that's my mentee or that's my mentee. It was never that with us. It's whoever gravitated to whoever, and we talked about them and suggested what they needed and how we could help them. And then that person took it back to them. And that's what mentoring is about, taking it to them. Not what we're going to do for them, but what they need and what they think about that. Because we can't change them. They can only change themselves. You heard people say, "Oh, I'm waiting for God to change." God ain't going to change you. You got to change yourself, man. That's why you got free will. We all have free will. Who's in need? What is your need? That's what we're here to help you with. Your immediate need. What's your immediate need first? And we'll take it from there. I've been trying to open a shelter for guys getting out of jail for the longest. Me and my brother, before he passed. Because we know that it was needed. Just someplace where they can go and sleep in peace while they got their paperwork so that they could go work. Because a lot of guys, they get out, they don't have no paperwork. They don't have no Social Security, birth certificate. They don't have anything. So they just need some place where they can sleep in peace while they got that paperwork done. And then they can go and work. And then we could move them from there into a housing. And it seems like the harder you try, the further behind you fall. Because the world isn't geared to help them. But we have taken on this fight to help them. And that's what Another Chance Mentor Project is about. Helping these individuals, these men and women, succeed in life. Be fruitful in life. Be the best that they can be in life. And we ask that you examine yourself and where you want to be and what you want to do, and we'll help you get there. So, I tell all my young guys, and this goes for the older ones too, go to college, vocational school, or become an entrepreneur. 1, 2, 3. Go to college, get a college degree in something. Now you go to get an associate's degree for nothing. You get out of jail, get a job, go to work, right? Go to school, go to college, go to vocational school, learn a trade, learn heating, ventilation, air conditioning. You put it in your pocket, move to Arizona, move to Chicago, move to Los Angeles. You can move anywhere with that. You can fix everybody's air conditioner in the hood you live in. And guess what? It'll move you out of poverty if you allow it to. Learn a vocation. Be an electrician. Be a plumber. Be an auto mechanic. How many auto mechanics are there in Patterson, New Jersey? In Patterson, black auto mechanics in Patterson, New Jersey. I'm not talking about Hispanics. I'm talking about black auto mechanics in Patterson, New Jersey. How many are there really? Huh? So, learn a vocation. Entrepreneurship. Get a job. Figure out what you want to do. Become an entrepreneur. Do it. Do it. Some guys just want a job. I need a decent job so I can work, come home, get me a 6-pack of beer on the weekend, watch the football game, and I'm happy. Great. As long as you ain't doing nothing wrong, as long as your job's sustaining you, as long as you are moving forward spiritually, you'll be all right. You'll be all right if that's what you want in life. But remember, if you don't move your kids out of poverty, the genealogy will keep them in poverty. You can move out of poverty, and you can leave your kids in poverty. So don't say, I just want to get a decent job where I could pay the rent and get me a 6-pack of beer and watch the football games on Sunday and I'm good. It's not only about you. It's about them too. It's about your neighbors. Okay? So, let's read the scripture. Anyone who sets himself up as religious by talking a good game is self-deceived. This kind of religion is hot air and only hot air. Real religion, the kind that passes muster before God the Father, is this: Reach out to the homeless and loveless in their plight, and guard against corruption from the godless world. Let me tell you something, people. All churches ain't good. Okay? I don't know no other way to say it. All churches ain't good. It says it right here. Anyone who sets himself up as a religious by talking a good game is self-deceived. Hey, what are you talking about? This kind of hot air, and only hot air, real religion, the kind that passes muster before God, is this. Reach out to people. Help people in their plight. Help the homeless. Help the orphans. Love your brothers and sisters. We gotta stop doing this church thing that they call religion, that does nothing. But your pastor has a nice car. Oh, your pastor's on the board of such and such. Oh, your pastor does this. Oh, your pastor does. But what does he do to the people, the community that the church is in? What is he doing for them? And I'm not talking about an organization comes in and uses the church's parking lot to give out food. That's another organization doing that. That ain't your church. That ain't the members going out there volunteering doing that. So, find you a good church. Okay? Day 5, mentoring. Find you a good church. Find you a good mosque. All right? Find you a good mosque. You got some good mosques in Patterson. Find you one. Find one that does stuff in the community. Okay? College, vocation, entrepreneurship. Work at it and you'll get it. Get a good job. Let's talk about employment real quick about employment. All right. Okay. Man gets out of jail. He needs a job. No identification. So he needs identification before he can get a job. All right. So now he has a job. Okay. So now he can get a job. Listen, your job is your stepping stone. You don't like it there. Okay. So find another job. And listen, if you get a job paying $17 an hour and you don't like it there, and there's another job paying $15 an hour that you haven't tried, but you may be able to get along there, you put in an application, they said they'll hire you. You tell them, you say, listen, I'm working at such and such a place. Are you sure you're going to hire me? You know I have a prison record, right? And they say, oh, well, we went over that. We're going to hire you. Leave and take the $15 an hour. Okay? If you can't, if a job is causing you stress and strain, leave it. Okay? And let that be your stepping stone. Because you go from one job, because you take the one for $15 an hour, and you say, man, this is a great worker. Let's bump him up to 17. Oh, this is a great worker. Let's bump him up to 19. Oh, this is a great worker. We're going to make him manager of this department. Work. Go in there and work. Do your thing. When you was on the street, you worked hard, I believe. Maybe you was lazy, though. That's why you got caught. I don't know. But put it in. If you put the work in, you'll get the results out. But put in some work, okay? Get you a job and let it be a stepping stone. Move forward. If they stop elevating you, find another job and move out of that job into another job that'll elevate you. Okay? And when you go for your job interview, you ask them, say, excuse me, can I get do you think it's possible for me to get elevated at this position in the near future if I put in the work? Ask them. Go to work. Put your work in, man. Fear not. Be brave. Be brave. You was brave when you was in the streets. Be brave now. You can do this. Day 5. Mentoring. That's all on me. I'm here to help you, not hurt you. God bless.